There is this one famous Christian writer by the name of Mark Twain. Mark Twain. He had been asked if there are certain parts of the Bible that he find difficult to accept because he doesn't understand them. Kung meron bang part ng Bible na hirap niyang tanggapin kasi hindi niya maintindihan. What was his response? He said, sometimes the things that he find it difficult to accept are the things that he understands in the Bible, not the things that he does not understand. Minsan daw, yung hirap niyang tanggapin ay hindi yung mga bagay sa Bible na hindi niya maintindihan, kung hindi yung mga bagay na kanyang nauunawaan. And we understand where Mark Twain is coming from. Because if you remember yesterday in our gospel, Jesus had given us the Beatitudes. How can someone say that he or she is blessed if he is hungry, if he is thirsty, if he is being persecuted, if he is being hated by all? How can someone call himself blessed if he or she is experiencing all those things? And today, Jesus said to his disciples, love your enemies. Love your enemies. Now we understand where Mark Twain is coming from. May mga bahagi sa Biblia na ating naiintindihan pero napakahirap tanggapin sa ating buhay. Why? Because we know that it is indeed a struggle to love our enemies. Even loving our friends, even loving our family members can also be a challenge to some. Kahit nga minsan yung pamilya na natin, kaibigan na natin, hirap pa tayong mahalin. Ano pa kaya yung mga kaaway natin? That is what Jesus was telling us today in our gospel. Love your enemies. And here in our gospel, Jesus gave us 3 things, concrete things that we could do to help us love our enemies. Tandaan po natin, iba yung love at iba yung like. Definitely, there are certain people whom we do not like, yung talagang ayaw natin. Pero ano ang sinasabi ng ating gospel? Jesus said, love your enemies, not simply like them. Because when we say love, it means we think and we will what is good or best for them. Kasi may mga tao na talagang ayaw natin. Pero hindi porkit ayaw natin sa mga taong yun, pag-iisipan natin o gagawa natin ng mga bagay na pangit at hindi maganda. That's why here in our gospel, Jesus gave 3 concrete things that we could do so that we could be helped in loving our enemies. Number 1, he said, do good to those who hate you. That is what he said. Do good to those who hate you. Ito yung isang bagay that is very easy for us. And what is it? To hate people. Napakadali na tayo ay magalit, yung tayo ay mamuhi sa ating kapwa. And sometimes when we hate someone, what we usually do is simply avoid that person. Iwasan na lamang natin yung mga tao na ayaw natin. But pay attention on what Jesus had said. Do good to those who hate you. Definitely, we cannot control how people will treat us, how people will behave on us. Ating hindi kayang kontrolin ang mga bagay na yan, yung kilos, yung ugali ng ating kapwa. Pero we have control over ourselves on how we would treat other people. Kaya nga sometimes doing good to those people will also liberate us from that anger, from that hatred. Kasi there are times wherein tayo mismo ang nagdurusa at nagiging prisoners ng ating mga hate because of all these things. Kaya we understand why Jesus is telling us, do good. It is something that is proactive. Huwag mo lang iiwasan. Gawan mo sila ng kabutihan. Because doing good to someone who hates us is imitating also Jesus. Kasi yan ang halimbawa ni Jesus. Hindi lahat gusto si Jesus. Hindi lahat tinatanggap si Jesus. Pero ang lahat ginagawan ng kabutihan ni Jesus. Number one, Jesus said, do good to those who hate you. Be proactive. Usually, we are reactive. Kung ayaw mo sa akin, ayaw ko rin sa iyo. Kung galit ka sa akin, galit din ako sa iyo. Kung masama ka sa akin, masama din ako sa iyo. Pero ano ang sinasabi diyan ng ating ebanghelyo sa ngayon? Break the cycle of evil. Because evil will not stop unless someone would decide to do good to these evil people. First, do good to those who hate you. Second, Jesus said, bless those who curse you. Bless those who curse you. Siguro when we look at our society nowadays, especially because of social media, it is very easy to curse someone, even those people we do not know. Parang napakaraming unkindness in our society. People now are being rude to one another. Parang napakaraming mga hate comments, especially in social media. And sometimes kapag tayo ay talagang nagbigay ng hate comment, talagang tagos sa buto. Para bagang yung tao mismo hinusgahan na natin. But we know how our words could also have a negative impact not only on other people but even on ourselves. Kaya nga ano ang sabi diyan ni Jesus? Bless those who curse you. If people are saying curseful words, be a blessing to these people. Let your words reflect the kindness of your heart. Kasi baka may mga pakakataon, we are not mindful on how our words could affect other people. Baka minsan iniisip natin, simpleng bagay lang naman yung nasabi ko, simple lang naman yung binitawan ko sa aking pamilya, sa aking katrabaho, sa aking nakasalubong. Pero when we look at our gospel, Jesus wants us to be always mindful on how our words not only reveal who we are and what is in our hearts, but how our words could help or hurt other people. Baka kahit salita lamang yaan, pero pwedeng makasira sa buhay ng ating kapwa. Let us always be mindful of our words on how they affect not only us speaking, but also the other person listening. Pero yung third thing that we have to do so that we could love our enemies based on our gospel is this: pray for those who mistreat you. That word, pray. Because we know that we are weak as human beings and we always have that tendency to give in to our anger, to our hatred. But loving our enemies is also a process. They say it's a journey. Paglalakbayaan, it's not automatic that you could easily say, I have loved you, even if you are not good to me. I had forgiven you, even if you have hurt me in the past. Ano ang sinasabi dyan ng ating ebanghelyo? Pray. Pray for those who mistreat you. Not only that the person would change his or her behavior, but that the person would also understand his or her wrongdoing. Para ma-realize din niya yung mali niyang ginawa so that the person would change and become better. That's why when we look at our gospel, Jesus is telling us, pray. Put everything into the hands of God so that our anger, our hatred will not consume us within and destroy us as individuals. Alam po nyo, merong isang naging viral na video. It's about the father who was watching a baseball game with his family. And all of a sudden, yung player ng baseball naka-home run. And then yung ball ng baseball nagpunta doon sa bench. And immediately the father of the boy got the ball and gave it to his son. Pero when that happened, ano ang nakita sa video? There was a woman who easily at once approached the father. And she was very angry. She was very combative. And she was telling the father, that ball is mine. It should not be yours. It should not be given to your son. Talagang very curseful yung kanyang mga words. Pero in that video, what you will see is a father. After hearing all these negative words coming from a woman, what the father did was that he got the ball from his son and simply gave it to the woman. Why? Because the father said, it's not worth it. And he said also when he was interviewed, he doesn't want to be a bad example to his own children. Siguro magandang paalaala yan sa atin. Kapag tayo ba nasa ganoong situation, ano ba ang lumalabas sa ating bibig? Ano ba ang pinapakita mismo ng ating ugali? How will we react? Are we good examples also to our families, to our loved ones, just like what the father did? Ngayon sa social media, talagang inaatake yung woman who did it. Pero ano ang sabi ng father? Huwag niyo siyang sisihin, huwag niyo siyang gawan ng pangit, ng masama, kasi hindi yun makakatulong at hindi yun magandang halimbawa. Siguro magandang hamon niya sa atin. Are there times wherein we ourselves have experienced something negative from someone? Pero baka rin may mga pakakataon that we carry within our hearts that anger. And we also encourage other people to get angry at those people. Look at what our gospel has said. Love your enemies, do good to them, and you will be children of the Most High. For He Himself is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. Be merciful, just as also your Father is merciful. Now we understand why Jesus is telling us to love our enemies. Because whenever we do that, we become children of the Father in heaven. Amen.